Hey, welcome to this video. I wanted to make this kind of video. I've been wanting to make this kind of video for some time, so I'm doing it. It's about planning jamming aircraft mission, electronic warfare mission, so to speak, for a Growler or a Prowler or a Raven EF-111, if I remember correctly. It may sound obvious if you haven't done it, but it's not that obvious if you want it to work correctly. So I'm going to make a mission, to plan a mission with one, and I'll tell you how to make it work if you are flying the aircraft, which is not obvious either. You can fly in that mission I use a Growler F-18. You can fly it, and it works if you fly it with appropriate parameters, I'll tell you. The idea is, well, this is a campaign I'm working on. I have created beta test campaign. I'm working on it, and I thought it could be a good opportunity to use it. There are Growlers here in this car, and we are trying to attack Belgrade area here. Sorry. So my idea is to have a Growler protecting the package, or several packages, don't need to be in the same package to be protected. And protection is that you can be fired at by ground missiles, SAMs. I'm not talking of IR SAMs, but radar SAMs, of course. So manpads can still shoot you, and aircrafts can still shoot you. You are protected within 40 miles. That's why I made this ruler setup. 40 miles inside the Growler circle, as long as it's jamming. And the radars within 40 miles, ground radars, are jammed. So if you're not within 40 miles, but the radar is, you are still protected. So I'm trying to have a clue how far rather it is. So I see I can still protect aircrafts operating if I have a Growler there. Why am I doing that? Because I know there are defenses everywhere, including AAA, and even though AAA are way less effective without a radar, they still can shoot the Growler, and I don't want it to be shot down, you can guess. So I want it to be protected from AAA just by not flying over it, and flying high, and I want it protected from aircrafts. That's a major issue. I want it to be very well escorted, very well escorted. Sorry again. So that place seems to be a good place to have a jammer patrolling their maximum distance, so around there. I'll leave a point there, base defense zone. It's 30 miles, so it gives me a clue of what the protected area is. 30 miles, so it's slightly beyond that. Okay, seems well. Okay, I'll frag the flight within the package first, and I'll add the other flights afterwards. I need only one Growler. I won't put more than one Growler because I don't want to waste the Growlers. And it's something that can be discussed. You can put two to have one escorting the other, and to make sure if one is destroyed, the other one is still there. But you can be sure. Actually, you can be sure it won't be destroyed as well. So you have only 4 Growler in a squadron. I don't want to put more than one. So it's early electronic war for S. I don't remember what it is. This is this mission with a nice pilot inside, rather, taking off from Kosovo. Okay. So it sets standard flight. See that later. It sets a standard flight with 2 patrol points. These 2 patrol points say en route jamming and action jamming. 5, not for 5, sorry, but 6 and 7. And it lasts 1 hour. I just want this patrol to last 30 minutes, that's way now. That's far from over. Let's see it back. We are going to push, which is 0.4. Okay, that's where all flights are supposed to rejoin. So that's cool. I want this aircraft to fly high, so from push it will be at 32,000 feet. And then it remains very high. Best way to protect it. I'll have to adjust speeds to make it so. That's the patrol points, doesn't need to go very fast. Let's make it loiter or almost loiter. That's fine. It will remain at 32,000. Okay. And 8 split point. That's the anti-push. That's where all flights part. It will be there. Yeah, 0.4. Okay. Not that simple, actually. You see that 0.5 right before arriving to the patrol, it's set to en route jamming. And the other ones are action jamming and action jamming, not nav. This is extremely important. What it means, when the Hornet 1 Growler is going to 0.5, it will jam for itself only, so it will protect itself. When it goes to 0.6 and 0.7, and it will do this during 30 minutes, it will jam for everyone, action jamming. En route is for himself. Action is for any friendly aircrafts within 40 miles and any ground radars, faux ground radars. So that's the trick, because you can just set things like this, and I hope you will be okay. You want your flights, all your flights to be protected from 0.4 to 0.8 of the Growler flight plan, and that's what we'll do. We'll need mission commander for that. Here, how we will proceed? We'll put a second 0.5 here. 0.5 I mean here, and we'll set a 0.8 here, and we'll use them. Here it will be, I've not done that for some time, so I'm not sure I remember everything, but whatever, we just have to put star points there. 2 patrol and 2 buffer star points, and we'll set that later in mission commander. Okay, that's for the Growler. We have to take note of the times, extremely important too. We'll reach star point 5, which is supposed to be full jamming at 8:15. And the patrol ends at 25 plus 30 at 8:55, and push point, split jamming, end of jamming is 9:05, 10 minutes from stop at 7, 9:05. So 8:15, 9:05. We have to remember that when we frag our plans, and when you are flying under the cover of the F-18, of the Growler, you also have to keep in mind when you are protected and roughly where you are protected. So that's the most important part to remember. And when you reach 8:55, end of the patrol, you'd better go away very fast. So I think for the Growler we are down. It's Hornet 1. I'll make a save of that. Right. And let's have a look here in Mission Commander. Okay. We should have that flight up the NATO flights of the Growler here. Hornet 1, that's the right one, from the carrier. Okay, so let's have a look there. Remember, push point 0.4, then we have buffer 5, patrol 6, 7, buffer 8, and split 9. You can see the patrol here. Jam, jam, action, jam, jam. Okay. Our goal will be to make 5 just before the patrol, and 9 and 8, sorry, just after the patrol, jamming points for everybody without making them patrol points, because otherwise the aircraft will keep going from 5 to 6 and 6, 7, then 7, 8, back and forth. That's not what we want. We want it to remain between 6 and 7 for 30 minutes, and we want it to go through 0.5 and 8 without coming back to the previous point. So we'll have a look here at 0.6. Here is 0.6. Target, count point, and in. That's what I notice. And action jam, of course. So what I did to set the things up, and it works pretty well, is do the same here. Target, count, in. Already set, jam, and that's all. Apply. Alright, I'm doing the same for 8. Target, count, in, and jam. I'm not sure I need to do all that. I just copy the same parameters and I say apply. From that point, I shouldn't trust the times. But I'm supposed to have set a good flight plan for the Growler. From that point, it's good. All I'll do is change the call sign because I want it to be more funky, or rock and roll maybe. Elvis, it's already taken, sorry. So why not Elvis too? And when you hear Elvis, we are coming home, it means you really have to go home too. Or Elvis is shut down or anything like it. It means you are in trouble if you are above the enemy SAM area. Okay, so we got this Elvis flight all set. Saving. Okay, returning to the mission as I load it. So here's our flight plan. 5, action jamming. 4 is still push, action jamming everywhere. And you got everywhere, you got patrol duration. But don't worry, they're not considered as patrol points. 8:15, 8:25, 8:27, 9:05. So you see the flight plans takes account of the fact that patrol duration is not about 0.5, 10 minutes to 0.6, and then 2 minutes to 0.7, and 30 minutes plus 10 minutes to 0.8. So there is really a patrol time here, and not there. Which is good. That's what we wanted. So this time I don't think we should try to change it, because it could cause problems. Then it would, if you stay on 0.5 and change it, I think it changes all of the other parameters we are not using there in Mission Commander. So you don't change that. If you want to change something, you go in Mission Commander and you open Elvis 2 and you change it there. I think if you stay on 6 and 7 and change patrol duration, you change actually only that, but I wouldn't try, because it's quite picky and you don't want to face picky things. I lost my pre-planned steer point, pre-planned threat, which is not a threat, base defense zone. Okay, the Growler will be there, roughly. I can move it a little bit to be there. Okay, not enough yet, it shall rather be there. It will be flying around there, okay. Yeah, it's a bit too far. Maybe like this would be better. Yeah, it will be better. To be honest, I would have paid more attention, and I think we should we can place that here and here. So all flight will gather at 0.4, remember? We have to set the same location for 0.4 for push steer point for every flight, so everybody gathers here at approximately the same time, and everybody goes together with the jammer jamming for everybody to 0.6 and 7, and everybody is doing his tasks around. It's important to have the base defense zone steer points in your flight plan, whoever you are, because you can still have a look where you're supposed to be in relation to the Growler. you won't have data link to the Growler if you're not in the same package, so it's really important to know where it is and where you can go. So let's sum it up from 8, now it's 17 because we moved it, from 8.17, rather 8.18 to 9.06 you have a protection, and on operation area from 8.26 to 30 minutes, 8.26 to actually 8.57. I think it starts from step 7 to change, to count. So from 26 to 57 you are in the area. Someone's talking to me on Discord. Okay, for the Growler it's good. Now I'm going back to the Growler. C3I, yes, the Growler must be there. Okay, I'm going to the flight there, to the package, sorry, show flights, so I can add other flights. I want, what I want is to destroy SAMs there, and I'll do it with SDBs, because it's more efficient, you can destroy more targets, except you don't know where the SAMs are. You have, I can do, sorry. So I want block 50 with maximum situational awareness and the HDS pod. I want them to be able to locate targets. That's not the best, probably not the best way to make it, but if you can, for example, if you are hunting SA-10 vehicles, you can use your TGP and your HDS, or no HDS actually, to locate the launchers, and from there you can locate the radar way easier. I'll show you how they are, just to remember for that example. So that's still my Growler from is alone, taking off from carrier. We have now two F-16 there joining, so I can see it. Okay, clicking and I see it. Remember, it has to be the same. Push is 3 there? Yes, push is 3. I don't remember where I set the Growler intentionally, so you can see that I need, if I want, either I remember that, I'd simply put a push points that I can remove later if I need one more steer point and one more PPT. Push here. Okay, coming back to the F-16, click, and it appears, push points here. It will be step 4 for everybody for more clarity. And yeah, okay. So it arrives at 8:14. It's slightly ahead of the Growler. That's not a problem. 3 minutes. It still remains in the 30 minutes. It's in the 40 miles. Sorry, in the 40-mile cycle. Maybe I want it to be closer to the Growler a little bit. That's no, that's not a good idea. So let's make it 5. And it arrives at 15. Yeah, 2 minutes. It's good. Remain high, no need to go low. I work my speeds too much. The colors. Okay, arriving, remember, we have between 26 and 37 and 57 to operate, and it will operate over Belgrade to destroy SAMs, somewhere like that, roughly. Okay. So afterwards, there are details to deal with. If you want to use recon features to spot targets, all that, you do it. Just doing my maniac. Okay. So it's supposed to come back in time. Let's not take account of the time of the patrol here, because it's not relevant. You can change it. It's an IR strike, and AI use all the ammunition within 30 minutes. That's always like that. They barely last more than 30 minutes anyway. Up to 30 minutes. So they'll be back in time, and the jammer will keep jamming until they arrive in a safe area. Okay. For that we're good. Taking SDB for them. And the guys will have to remember to stick HDS if they want it. So this F16 block 50 will strike, look for SAMs and strike the SAMs under the protection of the Growler without having to deal with them. Now the big problem is dealing with aircrafts. I can set other packages or other flights around to attack other targets. In the window the Growler opens. Well, that's up to you. The thing you shouldn't forget is to take care of the other threats, namely aircrafts that won't be taken care of by the blower. So you'll need a lot of protection around it. 2 TACAP of 4 is probably not enough. I'm just doing that. But obviously you don't want everybody to be killed, and that needs very strong air presence over the target. And you proceed the same way. Push point, check the time, 18, or you want it to be there before, it has to take off before the Growler. 4, it's arriving a bit soon. 14, yeah, that's cool. 14, then staying with the Growler. 8:15, 30 minutes. 907, 0.7, perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Very good. I can use Mission Commander and replicate this Sting 1 flight. Let's do that. And I'll set the 0.5 and 6 just there and change the takeoff time. I'll do that. Maybe cool. One more thing to do. Let's sort by package. You maybe seen it and not me. I'll first find the Growler, and here it is. And then I'll sort by package. Here it is. Okay, so we got all 3 flights there. So, clone flights. Sting 3, Sting 4, I guess. Sting 1, Sting 4, whatever. Move the package. Okay, so come on. I got one more. Here. Okay, Sting 1, Sting 4. Right. I'll open it. I'll change takeoff times. It will take off still before the Growler. What's takeoff time? And before this first one we replicated, so 4 minutes before, because there are 4 aircrafts. We want to make it safe. Okay, 4 minutes before, applied. And now, save. Load here. That's the AI. Sting 4, join. Okay, taking off 4 minutes before, so it will have to loiter more. Let's change the flight plan so people don't get confused in case they fly it. Do it the other way rather. It will be less exposed. I'm moving the points, but you can actually also 8:14. Let's do it differently so you can see other ways to make it if you're not used to it. So we arrive at 8:09. I want them to wait here 6 minutes, or let's say 5 minutes. So I take step 3 timing, control duration 5 minutes. So they have to arrive at step 4, 8:14. Still didn't save my data card, so I don't have the points. Set them back. Base defense zone. It was here, I think. You have to be more accurate when you do it for good, but we are just practicing and push there. Okay. For the rest, you still have to check the times quickly. Okay, 906 0.7, that's nice. Patrol over the area as expected. Okay. You can add more. You should add more than just 8 aircraft to protect the Growler. You don't want it to be shut down, as I said. So it will last 30 minutes there, so you don't want it to be in trouble. You should have, in the end, to make sure this kind of operation is interesting and a success, you need like 30, 40 aircraft operating in the area to make sure you own it at the time of the assault. And to make interesting the fact that you expose a Growler for it. Okay, so basically you know how to set up everything. Growler, target. Was it a target? I don't remember. I think I set a target. That's supposed to be a target combat air patrol. And you set the strikes around, taking care of the times to make sure you are covered by the Growler. So now let's say you want to fly the Growler. The AI will do its job. That's not a problem. It will do its job correctly, jamming from 5 to 8. But when you are in the aircraft, I didn't explore far too much this area, just what I needed to make it work. So I'll tell you how I made it work correctly. Just a word about this Growler. It's not equipped with weapon there. You just have 2 AMRAAMs to protect yourself, tanks, and 3 pods to jam the 99s. When you're in the cockpit, you only see this one for some reason. When you turn your head and watch there, you can see this one. I don't know why. You see the little... I missed the word. Whatever. Little thing turning there. Yeah, when you fly the Growler, it will be jamming. Actually, your jam switch will be the steer point that is selected in your DED. And only that. When you are at steer point 4 and you switch to steer point 5 on your DED, you start jamming. Then you will switch to steer point 6 and you will keep jamming. Steer point 7, same. You come back to steer point 6, you jam. I mean, you switch to steer point 6 on your DED, you jam. You don't have to do exactly that when you are flying the thing. You just stay around the position you are supposed to be around. And when you switch to steer point 8 to come back, you are still jamming. As soon as you switch to steer point 9, your aircraft stops jamming. And it won't be jamming again, whatever you do. If you switch back to steer point 8, 7, 6, 5, whatever, it won't jam again. So you don't want to switch to any other steer point than the jamming ones if you are starting to jam. So as soon as you hit steer point 5 on your DED, you choose it. You remain on 5, 6, 7, 8. You come back to 5 if you want, but you don't go. You don't choose anything else. And you don't use your mark points, features and all that. So you can still, if you want, you can equip with harms missile and use them. That's not a problem, but you don't change your steer points under 5 and beyond 9. I can tell you what happens if you choose steer point 5, then 4, then back to 6. If it starts jamming again because you never chose 6 before, I can tell you that I didn't try. That's long tries, long attempts to check if it works. So I didn't do it. I know it works if you don't go under 5 and beyond, not 9, sorry, beyond 8. In that example, if you have 8 as 9 and jamming points 2, you change it accordingly to the number of steer points you have, but that's a basic and sufficient flight plan I'm showing you. So that's it. You know everything. You're supposed to be able to plan and to fly. Jamming is very effective. I've done several strikes with jamming covering us. It works as it should, as long as the jammer is airborne and jamming. took me several tries to make sure it works, but now I'm sure it works perfectly as expected. That's it. If you have questions, such as, for example, which other aircrafts jam, that's a good question. We could check that right now. I'll save that for glory. We can have a look quickly. I can building a T and checking what other aircraft jam. You go to EA6 Prowler, jams. That's an intruder, basically. The Growler, the Australian Growler 2, and the Raven, not the Eurofighter, that's not the same thing, but the Raven. 4 aircrafts of 3 kinds can jam. There is, for exceptions, there are exceptions probably. I remember I have tried to jam, to use I think it was a Prowler or Raven in Korea 89, and it didn't work, probably because the database was different. I'm not even sure there are some. Yes, there's supposed to be something like it in 89 anyway, but it doesn't work. It didn't jam. Maybe I didn't do things correctly, but I think I was doing things exactly as I showed you and exactly as it works everywhere. So it was supposed to work and it didn't work. That's not the only thing that's not working as it should in Korea 89, which is awesome. Mission commanders that doesn't work as intended as far as I could see. Maybe I didn't set things as I should have, but yeah, you'd better be careful about other theater. I can tell you it works in Balkans, I can tell you it works in Korea, Stock Korea. I didn't try in Israel, but it would be a nice try to make. And in other theaters, I can't tell you either. So just be careful if you want to be sure. You set, you make a T like this, you set a Growler for a mission, and in the petrol area you don't need to do more than that. You will find the thing, so you will choose 0.5, and there you set I don't know, SA10. Yeah, set an SA10, for example, so you can actually check what's going on when you get when you get close to the SA10. You see what happens. Yeah, here it is, SA10. I don't know why I need that. I feel the need to finish that. So you make sure you know where it is, where you are safe and when you are not. Oh yeah, you have to set it on air defense. It's reserved, so you need the mission commander. You open this mission, this T, and you set it to air defense. So otherwise, it won't do anything. And once you've done all that, you hop in the aircraft when it's near the ring, and you approach the SA-10 while having 0.5 or 6 enabled, and you see if the SA-10 is firing on you or not. It's not supposed to, of course. If it does, and either things are not set as they should, or not having the right steer point. Either you are in a theater, or you have a database or not the right aircraft, or you are in a theater and a database that doesn't handle that feature for some reason. We are done. I hope you didn't fall asleep. I hope it's useful for you, either for planning this kind of missions, or either for just checking how things can be done in the flight planners and in Flight Planner and in Mission Commander. If you have questions or anything, just don't go ahead, don't hesitate. We'll have fun trying to find a solution for your problem. Alright, this is it. Goodbye.